Good evening, everyone. Anyone who has joined in, I'm just getting my laptop up. Yep, it's there. Okay, so maximize that a bit. Oh, hello, we've got 2 people. Hello, hello, thank you for joining. Okay, I shall start in a few minutes. Oh, we've got a few here now. Okay, well done. Okay, hello everyone, Linda from Inspired Art Journaling, so welcome. And okay, all right, we'll get started. Sorry, yes. So welcome everyone. It's been a hot day today here, and I hope everything's good where you are. Okay, so tonight I thought, like I said in a post, it feels like ages ago, that I said I'd be focusing on ARTSTACKS. It's a product from an Australian product. I believe Heather is from Victoria, and she started up this little home business. Originally she started it with her daughter during COVID times, where they developed some beautiful papers that in kit form that you can purchase and create with. And so Heather is still continuing with it. Her daughter's gone on to bigger and brighter things, and so she continues to do it today. And she's got the most amazing arrangement of people, creatives, who actually design for her. So she's very fortunate. And so obviously you probably, without even me telling you, can guess that this is Claire Stead's art packs that she has done up. So I have used some of these. I have actually been collecting a few of these packs for a few years now, but I feel really guilty because I haven't. Hi Robin, how are you? You're still with that NBN. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, so that has been an issue. I think sometimes we have a few problems, but we seem to be okay. So I hope this is coming through okay to you guys. Yeah, so what was I saying? Some art packs. So I purchased a little bug that's bugging me. Sorry. Right, let's start again, shall we? Yeah, so I purchased these, and like a lot of people, they've just sat in my cupboard, and I haven't done a lot with them. I have used some of them, but I've made it my mission to actually pull them out. So I've actually set up a little folder. I'm not sure if this is a good way of doing it, but anyway, I'll show you those in a minute so that I've got it close on hand and I can use them. So with all of her really fabulous creative teachers that she has, they create 2 sets, and these aren't full sets, so I apologise for that, but this is one set here, and you know, then she's got all these beautiful papers. Now the sets do vary a little bit in their configuration, but you usually get a couple of really beautiful, you can see this one, I've got 3 very colourful sheets there for cutting out bits and pieces. You usually get a tracing paper in most of the kits, and you also get this beautiful little card here. I think we're still in the one kit. I probably have got the 2 mixed up here, so you don't get all of this in one kit. This is kind of an amalgamation of both of Claire's, but kits but if you go on the website, you'll be able to see the different ones. Beautiful faces there with the rainbows. More beautiful tracing paper with a bit of text on it. Hello, Susan. Most of the kits you usually get at least one of the two sets. You get a transparency, and there's some little focal images there, and there's beautiful sheet out of one of them, and this was in the other set as well. So you've got some beautiful tags there, and it's been printed on the back. Not all of them have prints on the back, but this one is, and some of you might remember that from Scrap Effects. Used to be tissue paper, but I'll sort of show you more. We'll get on to that. That's what I'll use tonight, but I've got a couple here, and I know I've got some more that I have to look for. I'll, you know, put it somewhere. So Lisa Oxley is another Australian artist, and she does the most beautiful work, and so this is one of her kits, and that's the other kit that she has done too. So beautiful bright colours in her very authentic style. So I won't pull all of these out tonight, but I'll put all the links up for the full ARTSTACKS, and you can go on and have a look, and you can see there all the different pages. She sometimes does some random sort of sets. This one I know it for a fact it's out of stock now by the website, so I don't know if she's doing that one again. But this is just another little one. I will pull this. No, I won't, because you can't get it. It's not out of stock. I don't want to tempt you and then find you can't get it. Tracy Verdugo, not sure how she pronounces her name, but she's another artist who does some beautiful work. She's got Tamara Laporte and others that I can't quite remember all of them. But this one here, some of you might be familiar with this. This is Shinuki Art. If anyone is doing the full deck challenge on like Thursday nights, this is the artist. She's a South African artist, and she has two sets also with ARTSTACKS. And if you have a look on the full deck challenge, when Heather McMahon does her playing cards, she always uses these two sets. So these are wonderful. So there's playing cards in this set, and then this one's all different collage papers. Absolutely stunning. This is the brand new one that's just been released, I think in March, I think it was, February, March. Birgit Koopson, we all know from the Jelly Print Lady, and so she has done some beautiful sets here as well, and so I'm going to be working on that I think next, because I really want to get into that one. I've used some of the bits, but yeah, and she's got some beautiful feathers in this one here. ARTSTACKS also sell, you received it, Claire and Lisa's, yeah, they're beautiful, they're absolutely stunning. And the colours, the quality of the printing and all that sort of thing is just amazing. You know, it's really, I mean, what they're $17.95, and I personally think that's really good value. But anyway, you can go on and have a look yourself. And she also sells blank tissue. So if you want to print out, if you've got a laser printer, it's better. But she has her tissue paper that she sells, and you can, as you can see, I've printed that out on her tissue paper. Also, to show you, I've actually used the other half of this is on my February calendar. So that picture and all of this was on the other side of that tissue paper, so I printed that out. And Heather has got really full instructions on the back here that teaches you, you know, how to print out on your computer, on your laptop printer. And also she has some really great videos on the website as well. If you're you know, if you're having issues and that kind of thing. She gives you a lot of hacks as to get things printed out for you. But they come out really nicely. As you can see, you put it onto white. That, you know, that's a really good print, and that was done on a laser. But I think in her videos she shows you about the inkjet as well. But anyway, go on and have a look there if you're interested in printing out your own papers. Alright, so I shall just put that aside for the moment. I'll put that back in. Put that over there. So yeah, like I say, I do have a few more, but I just haven't put them in my book yet. Alright, so my Claire Stead range that I bought it, I think it was released back in August last year, so I bought it at the time when it was released, and so I made up this little booklet. And this booklet was actually made out of a 30 by 30 piece of white cartridge scrapbooking paper. Really good quality. I used the, pull it out, I used the BRT one. I've got 30 by 30 in here, but the white cardstock, I buy it from BRT, and it's fabulous stuff. But I use the 30 by 30, hence why I've got this size, okay? And I might do up a little video, I think, and show you how I made up that, because it's quite thick because of the cardstock. I think it's 350, and then by the time you fold it, and I think I taped it together with double-sided tape, so it's quite thick. Okay, so that's making it essentially a 700 GSM. And this is using one of these sets here. You get, in the set, you get about, I think it's 8 or 10, I think it's 8. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You actually get 10 because I've got 2 left over. And so there's these little cards, and I've just cut them out and just added them on here, and all of these little words and little bits and pieces were on it, and I just did Semic writing on each of them. And yeah, so I used Dina Wakley in the background, just doing a random background, and then I used the, because I think this came out at the same time. This is the first time using the gloss inks from Dina Wakley, and so I use them to just spray all over. So I've made myself a nice little booklet there, and yeah, so that's that. Now, was I going to show you anything else? No. No. Now, I really don't have a lot of idea of what I'm doing tonight, but I decided I would use this, you know, the little booklet I made from the Dina Wakley ledger paper, the worded one. So I thought I would, don't know if you remember, I did that a few weeks ago, and so I thought I'd do this page here. And what I've done throughout the book here is I've got clear gesso on every page now, so that it's all ready for me when I want to work on it, because I didn't want to white gesso because I didn't want to cover up the print. Now normally I probably would, if I was doing something when I've got these beautiful little beautiful tissue papers here, I would probably put a little bit on there, but because I've got this writing on the background, I don't really want to cover that up too much. So, and I thought I want to, this is the problem, these things are so pretty, I want to save it for a special day, and that's the problem with us, that we do that. And yeah, so this is why I'm in a bit of a quandary as to what I might do. I may use a couple of these pictures, see how we go, because they're okay for that size, although it covers up pretty much. I'll show you the bits properly so you can sort of see it. So you've got that beautiful stars and some leaf patterns there, they're beautiful. like I say, you've got those tags there. They're gorgeous as well. And they've got the background, so that makes it good. My original idea, I was going to make up one of those little booklets with this and fold it up, but I think I'll just keep that for another time, I think. Some beautiful old images there that she's added a bit of colour to. I love these transparencies, and love that too. Love the writing on that. That will be special. This one, and like I say, it's a good quality card. We've got this one, and we've got in the natural Claire Stead fashion, we've got the beautiful girls. Maybe I might use one of these beautiful girls. You've got, let me see what we got here, move that out the way. So I don't want to take up too much real estate. So I might use these two girls, put one on one side and one on the other. So the first thing I could probably do then is grab some scissors. So is anyone playing along tonight, or are we just checking, sitting along watching? I feel like I'm only just getting myself back together. It's amazing how we become so reliant on electricity, internet, phones. I had none of that on the weekend, and it was really, really hard. Although it was great. I did lots and lots of creating, albeit in the dark. But But it was fun. So I'm just going to. I'm going to cut around the outline of that. Don't know. I might regret doing that, but anyway, that's okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to cut that off altogether. Yeah, so I had to create in the dark, and it's amazing how you rely on your heat gun. So a lot of things were left to dry naturally. Oh, you're finishing a birthday card, lovely. You must do some beautiful birthday cards. So some of these bits and pieces from these kits would be beautiful on cards. There we go. So I can make my own little dress from that. And this one I shall just chop that off. Yes, I hope everyone fared well with the weather, because I believe down south might not have had cyclones, but I believe you had some very hot weather. And I must admit, it's been a little bit steamy here today. The rain's kind of stopped. We have a couple of showers every now and then, but everything's soggy and wet and yuck. But no problems as far as damage goes. But my heart goes out to all of the people in northern New South Wales. And all the flooded areas. Now Toowoomba too, and all that sort of thing. But anyway, I live on next to a forest, and lots and lots and lots of trees have come down, which I think is why we lost our electricity. But that's okay. All right, let's get cracking on this. I got out all of the rainbow colours in the usual sort of clear stead fashion, and I've also got out the new favourites that I love to use, so I'll just put them there as well. So we'll see what we end up doing. So we've got a couple of bits there, and I'm sure there's a little bit of writing in that. So I've got a couple of stencils out, if I can find them. That's my favourite, just a grid stencil. I thought I would use that. Yep, and then I've got one, this is a Funky Fossil stencil, but it's got lines and circles on it. I've cut out a couple of the tags too. I don't know, because I was going to make the booklet, but I don't know if I'll be using those now, but they're there. I've got plenty of words here and that I can use, some sentiment up there as well. Beautiful, fantastic. And the usual hearts and all that sort of thing. It's also nice, but I don't want to cut into it, and I'm thinking that why am I holding on to it? But anyway, that's okay. All right, let's go. Let's just put a little bit of paint on here. Now, even though I've got the words and that there, I'll probably end up covering it all up as you do. Some of these are a little bit dry because I've been mostly using my Art by Marlene paints of late, and so I haven't touched the Dina Wakely ones for a while. So I've been doing the Art by Marlene colour challenge for March, which is good. It's been fun, and it was good because we had no power. I was able to do it in the dark, so it was just simple things. I've made a promise to not spend too much time doing them. Anyway, let's go. I'll try and keep an eye on comments or questions if you have some. Alright. I won't put out too much paint because, and I'm going to put it on just lightly because I do want to try and see some of that writing underneath. Oh gosh, I haven't used these for ages. Okay. Oh, so I don't know. Not a lot has been happening in my world, although it has been nice to just sort of wind down, and from a point of view of being in communication with, you know, friends, family, that kind of thing, it's been tough, but it's actually kind of been nice too, not having the technology. Yeah, so in some ways I suppose it's okay. So I'm just going to be just plopping colour down here. No real rhyme or reason to it, just a bit of a rainbowy kind of effect. And not necessarily cleaning the brush per se. What have I done? Green. Let's go with blue. Don't use these colours, gosh. It's like Posca pens. Oh, I'm having trouble with Posca pens too. You just cannot leave those sorts of things for too long without using them. So are you all still there, or am I talking to myself? wouldn't be the first time. Oops. All right. Just got to be careful because I don't want my brush. I might grab a different brush because I don't want this to start getting muddy. So I'll just grab another little brush. Just a moment. This one will do. I think I might need to invest in some new brushes. Well, I guess I use them a lot, but I'm kind of a little bit rough with them too. What's it looking like? Yeah, kind of all right. Oh, I didn't get purple out. Purple, oops. Oh, this was in the last one. What do we use? We'll use blackberry, hey? Yep. Now, I swear I bought myself a new ruby, and do you think I can find it in there? I've got this old one. Anyway, we don't need much. So I'll put a bit of stenciling over this to try and blend it back in together again. Whoops. So has anybody been doing any sort of, oh hello, we got more heat coming. Both days all dry outside of there. Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I wish we could, we have bouts of sun and then you get a little bit of a drizzle, but it everything's just so damp, wet. And hubby's trying to get the pool back. It was going green there from all the rain, but it's back on deck. Not that we're really using it much, but anyway. Alright, let's have a look at what we got there. You might just put a little bit there. Stop. Alright, I'm just going to dry that off a little bit. Alright, okie dokie. So now I will get, I might use this one first on, just to put a little bit of, oh there it is. Get my gesso out. You can use white paint. Oops. Now, if anyone's on here and you've purchased the March class, I'll be doing a materials talk on the weekend. I'll probably record it and just upload it to the page on the weekend. So I'll put a notice out about that soon. Looking forward to that because that's not far away either. I feel like I've just lost the week and I just don't know where I'm at the moment. So I'll just spray a little bit of this around using my blending brush because I just want a little bit of pushing that back a bit, but I'll be using bit in the middle there. Alright, let me just have a look at that. Yeah. It's amazing how bright it comes up in the on the screen. Looks so much nicer in the screen than it does in when I look at it. Beautiful. So I can still, I don't know if you can see, I'll bring it up, but I can still see the writing underneath. So that's cool. So I'm going to try and keep doing that. I'm just waiting for the camera to catch up. But yeah, you can still see the writing underneath, which is good. Now let me just put them on there for the moment, just so I can see what the contrast is like, what I need to do at the back behind it. So yeah. Okay, that one stands out really nicely, so we'll just make sure there's lots of white behind there, or colour or something to make that stand out. So I'll get this stencil out, Funky Fossil. I've had it for a little while. Yeah, so I don't know if it's still available or not. Actually, I think I got Nat to get that one in for me. I'm not sure if she has it or not. But anyway, this time I am going to just thinking here, I might do the brush on method. Just stick with me for a minute. Just getting some whites out. Oh, they've dried out. My husband has given me some special wipes that he uses in his job. That they don't have the moisture content that normal baby wipes do. But it looks like they've dried out. So, not going to work, is it? Alright. So, I think I will, just because I want a bit more intensity on here, I'm going to do the wipe off stencil method. So I'm just going to put that there, and I'll just try this and see it because it's quite dry, so I don't know if it's going to work. If it doesn't, I'll just get some out. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let me see what it. Just waiting for the camera to catch up. Yep, okay. Grab some more white out. Take that up there a little bit. Put that there. I'll have to get him to get me some more because this is not working the way that I would like it to work, because it is dry. But we're still getting the look that we want, so that's okay. Take that down there a little bit. So it depends on the stencil that you use too, so that to determine which way you want to do it, whether you're going to pounce through the stencil or whether you could do the wipe off method. I've chosen to do the wipe off method because I want those lines and the circles, and so that's what's left behind. And I'll bring that up so you can have a look at it before I dry it off a bit. Yeah, so that's looking pretty cool. So it's there, but it's still muted, so I like that idea. Okay, so I might just what do I do with that brush? What have I done with it? honestly, oh, here it is. It's alright, stop looking. Just going to do a bit more of this here. Just bothering me that I couldn't see it much. Okay, that's better. So I've just pounced that a little bit hard. Now I'm going to rip that off now and put in water so that it can be used again. Okay. Alright, so I'll just get that little bit of it dry off. Oh! Do that. Reaching over in front of the... Okay, time for a sip. Oh yeah. All right. Now, what am I going to do here now? Just trying to think. I might put on a few splatters. So let me just see what colours we got. Actually, yeah. Okay, so just looking at the colours that we've got here, but I think I might use the malachite because malachite is not in this rainbow, and so it will stand out quite as a contrast. And I will draw a little dress or something on these girls, so I've got to do that as well. Maybe I might do that first. So what I'm going to do is I'll kind of put them, let me look at it on the camera. I don't want to put them smack bang in the middle because she's looking up to her a little bit. Let's see what that's, let's have a look at that. Okay. Yep. Alrighty. Okay. Yep. I think I'm kind of happy with that. So they're kind of just looking towards. Yep. So what I'm going to do, I've got my a white. This is the Derwent Inktense pencils. So I'm going to just draw a little bit of an outline, just in case. Have a look, see what that looks like. Yeah, so nothing too fancy. I probably didn't even have to draw. So just so I remember, where they are. Okay, I'm just going to lift that up a bit. So I'm just going to just draw that just so I can colour underneath. Alright, okay, so I think, let's have a look. So I think for this girl, I think she might have, I think I might do malachite for her dress, and I think I might do what is that? Sapphire for that dress. Yeah, I shall do that. Alright, so malachite. And then we'll put some splatters and things like that around. That. Okay, so there's a brush that I can use. No, I'll just use this one. Just want a smallish brush. Sometimes I might put white underneath it so that the colour stands out, but because I'm using quite strong colours, I don't think it needs it. I can do 2 coats of this. I can dry this off and then do another coat. Bit of a lump there, it doesn't want to go on it. Just to take away that background. So I'll do the sapphire one. I'll dry it off and then I will put another coat on just to be safe. Come on. When your paints get dry, that tells me that I'm not creating enough, obviously. If my paints aren't towing the line. Just using a flat brush here because I just find it easier to guide along that line that I've got there. And then just fill it in. So this one is very translucent, so I will definitely do 2 coats. Alright, let's dry that off and then quickly do another coat. So I'm thinking that I need to do something to join the 2 girls together, perhaps. I'll think about that. Oh yes, okay. I might use... oh. That just swelled up then. Did you see that? Too much heat on it. Okay, let's go on to do the blue first. So on the second coat you can always be a little bit thicker, but for that first coat just do a thin coat just to get that colour down, and then you can go a little bit thicker. Okay. Okay, so we can put some nice little designs and stencil some patterns onto that. Dry those off now. Better hold that back because it's just wondering if it's the double-sided tape that's underneath it, or did I can't remember. Oh no, I just used I used matte medium on that to join it. That's why it's bubbled up. Okay, so that's our girls. Are going to sit on there quite nicely. I mean, I can get a little bit fancy with frillies and things like that after. What did I do with that? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Alright, so what I will do now, let's just have a look. Let me just check. Should have in here somewhere. Little tiny. This is what I want. Let me just see what we've got here. Sorry, I was going to do stars and I just checking to see. Yep, I'll do stars. And maybe I could do hearts on another one. Yep, alright, so sorry, I'm thinking out loud here. So I'm just going to put, I'm going to be very careful that I don't go too close to the edge. And there's my white. Get the white out again. Sorry, I'm probably just off, so I can realise I'm off the page with my palette. But I've just put some white on the edge there. What I will do with this one, let me just have a look. When I want to be really specific with where I place stencils and that, I usually use a domed top, because it just helps to keep it away from the edges a bit. So I'm putting on, oh you can see that, putting on some white, tapping it off, and so I'll just makes it just that little bit easier to control. And if the stars aren't formed properly, that's okay. I'm not going to be too bothered by that either. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so I've got a few little stars on there. So I just need some messages coming through. I just want to close them off because I can't see any comments. So just bear with me. Oh, hello Leslie. Sorry, darling, I couldn't see your comment there. All right. So did you see that? So that looks pretty cute. Now, do I have? I might just see if I can find a small hearts or something in here. I know I've got small hearts somewhere else. Let's have a look. Little flowers, that could be alright. We got some dots. We got any? Oh, look at the stars there. Okay. No. There's another stars one. Goodness, how many stars do I need? No, I'll forget about that lot. Where's this? Let's see if there's anything in this one. Ooh. Yeah. No, okay. Let me have a look. This is a hodgepodge of everything. It's got to have some stars in here. Not stars, hearts I'm looking for. Little hearts. No, that'll do. That'll do. Okay, let's see what we got here. So, oh, look at that. We'll put that there like that. So we'll get a couple of hearts there. So, tap, tap, tap. Get that close to the edge. Yeah, so just remember, it's always pays to have a few domed pads as well as the flat ones, because I do, when you want to be a little bit more purposeful about where you put your mark making, using a domed tool is so much better. Oh, that's cool. Yep, I like that. And that kind of sort of then blends in with her neck. Okay, so I'll just put that there. Goodness me, tying up as I go along. Who'd have thought that? So straight into the water now, so that that paint doesn't stick to it. All right, just dry that off a little bit. Okay. All right. Actually, I've got some pens that I just bought. I don't know if any of you have heard of Sakura gel glaze pens, but they're beautiful. They're like this. This is a Sakura glaze pen, but the glaze ones actually leave a little bit of a three-dimensional feel about them. They're great for highlighting things. So, but I may just end up doing black on these. Okay, so let's just have a look. Just make sure we've got what we want there, and I can add some other little embellishments to it. Yeah. Whoops. Not liking how that's sitting there. So, where's my scissors? Scissors. Oh, no. I'm just going to chop that off a bit. Okay. What I did want to do, and I didn't do, let's have a look. Where's that other star? I want to do a bit of a stencil sort of going from there to there, you know, meaning that they've got some kind of, oh, I don't know, something that brings them together. Just having a bit of a thought process here. I mean, this is what Watch Me Work Wednesday is all about, is watching how I go through and trying to work out how I'm going to find a solution to what I want to do. To be honest, because you always forget what stencils you've got, and then as you sort of flip through these, you think, oh, that would have been perfect. So what did I just, I'm trying to sort of, no. Sorry, I'm just thinking. I like the idea of that, but I think I need it bigger. So I'll need to have a look at, let's see if we've got something in here that's like that. What's this one about? Paper Rose. What has Paper Rose got for me? Birds of a Feather? love using these folders, but I find it really, what I've been doing is when I take them out now, is I keep ripping them when I'm trying to get it in. So what I do now is, when I get one out, I do that, so it doesn't get caught and rip. Oh, beautiful, that'll do. Birds of a feather. How about that? Okay, so I just got to be careful because I don't want to go on to there. So no. Lemon. Where's my lemon? Oh, here it is. Running out of space on my palette. So I'll do some lemons. I've got to make sure I avoid that area. Sometimes what I'll do is put that there. And just put that there a bit. If nothing else, it's just to remind me not to go too far down. So hopefully that should be okay by the time we put that there and that there. Yep, that'll do. Alright, we'll see how we go with the yellow. Oh, I'll go through these tonight. Do make sure you get as much off as you can. Let's just have a look at that. Can't see it. I'll do the yellow and then I'll go over it with white. Probably should have done the white first, but anyway, that's okay. Oh dear. Done a bit on that blue there. Alright, dry that off. You can sort of see it a bit, but I'll put a little bit of white on it as well. The idea is I just want to, the girls are, they're best friends or whatever, I don't know. Birds of a feather is what I'm calling it. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this down a bit so I can line it up. And if it's off a little bit, I'm not worried because that will just add to the tension, if that's a word. Describe what I'm doing. So now I'm dipping into my white. I haven't cleaned off my brush. I just want to add some contrast of colour. So that's lightened it up a little bit. Okay, and I'll just dry it off and I'll bring it up to show you. Okay, so I'll just bring that up just so you can see it really does need to have some more white. I will change over so you can just sort of see it there. But so what I'm going to do is change over to a makeup sponge, or only because I just want a clean brush. Okay, just tapping that off to the side there. Okay, just want to make sure that's pretty close to it. Okay, and I'm not actually going to do all of it. I'll do it more in the center. So if you want a better colour, hold it very close. I don't know if you're going to see it as well as, if it'll come up as well on the camera. And it's kind of looking good now that I can sort of see it a little bit, so I'll just wait for that to catch up so you can sort of see it. It's just to be subtle. I just want to join the two girls together with something there. I will probably go around with a bit of a pen later on those, the ones that you see, just to make it highlight it better. But that'll take a lot of time, so I'll do that off camera, I think, later. Hang on. Plus I want to give it a bit of time to dry off, because I think that I keep ruining my pens because I go in too quickly to do these things, so I really do need to hold off a bit with that. Okay, so I've got her there. She looks pretty cool there. I will do a little bit of stamping first before I go over to do that, so I will get out my trusty grey. I'm loving doing grey these days with stamping. And oh, better put that in. Always remember to put them in the water, otherwise you might as well throw it away. And stamping. Oh, have I got that out? Let's have a look, stamping wise. Stamping. Probably a bit of text. I've got a lot of stamps here, but every now and then I like to go branch out. These are my go-to stamps that I, go to first. But sometimes I like to venture out and have a look at other bits that I've got as well. You get sick of using the same ones all the time? Oh, sorry, I can't see what I'm doing there. And the problem is I keep going to the same ones. Same one, same old. Actually, let's try this. No. Woo. Come on, Linda, pick a stamp and run with it. I can't find my text stamp. Oh, my old faithful. I love this one. I don't know which is the right way up, so that's all right. Now, I haven't really used these things. I might just use it as a splatter a bit later on, so I'll do that in a moment. I'm finding it really difficult to see. Just got to be careful I don't put it. I don't mind it going on her dress a little bit, but I don't want to do it too much. I don't want to do it too much on there as well. So I think I'm kind of happy with what I've got there. Yep, just a little bit. That's why I say I like to do the grey. I'll bring that up for you to have a look at. It's just subtle. Just wait for the camera to catch up so you can sort of see it. But what I'm using watering pan here. There's lots of different greys, but you can just sort of see it there in the corner. It's there, but you can't read it. You can't read that stamp anyway, but it's just a little bit of stencil stamping. And so we've just got a little bit on her, which is good. All right, now I think I will try to avoid doing splattering on there, so I'm just going to get some paper just to cover all that up. I have some odd bits in here somewhere. Just a little bit. I don't mind if a little bit goes on. Put that there. Okay, so might get some on the edges, and that's okay. I will put that upside down over there. I think I'll stick with the malachite because I said I was going to do malachite before. So these are the Dina Wakley, the eyedropper inks. Oh, not ink, but well, I suppose it's an ink. Gloss medium, but it's better than, you know, I prefer it in the dropper because the spray ones just don't work. So I'll try and be subtle. It's not always easy for me to be subtle when I'm splattering because I do like to have I might put a bit more splattering around the edges there, so I don't mind that having a little bit more intensity. Alright, that'll do. Take that off because there is a little bit on the edges of that, and that's cool. Dry this off. Not too much more. I will go around, like I said, I'll go around those feathers, but I'll do that later because that's something I want to spend some time on, and I don't want to hold you guys up all night. But do go on to the ARTSTACKS website. I'll put the link up on the comments here on the page. And just go through and have a look at all the blogs and all of what the people have done, you know, because there's some lovely stuff. And I think even if you go onto Claire's, I'm sure she did up a video of her making the e-zine, which is what her collection's all about. Alright, so we've got that. I'm going to now look for my people. Okay. So I'm going to grab my ink and my glue, and of course I picked up the yucky one. Why I don't just throw the yucky one away, because I've got millions of them. Bit of glue right now. I don't need an awful lot. Most, come on. Okay, that's her done. I'm just going to loosen this up a bit more. Actually meant to go do a bit of edging on her, but I forgot. Anyway, that's okay. Oh, there's bug on my glasses. Oops, that one hurt. Sorry, I just want to picture her because she was pointing up too high. Let me just see what that looks like. Yep, good eye. So to, I'll just put them on the floor for a minute. Oops. Just want to look for these words and things that I've got here. What to use, what else we got on here? Let's see what this. No. Yeah. Be yourself. Alright, we've got two different ones here that I shall cut out. You've got your be yourself. And be different. Oh no, be authentic is what I wanted. Okay. Right, be authentic. Be yourself. I'm gonna have to put that one. Get off. Oh, go. What's that stuck down there? Must be a bit of glue sitting there. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get that bit of paper off. I might even make that smaller. I'm a bit of a sucker for really cutting my words as close as I can. Or do I want that down there? Be yourself, be authentic. Let me just see what that looks like up there. Where's the, oh no, that's that. Be authentic. Be yourself. Put that up there. Yep, we'll do that. Just make sure when you're doing your things it doesn't go in the middle there. So I will grab, excuse me for reaching over. Okay, going to go around the outline here. I'll take that down to there. Take that down to there. I'll just do a couple of stars now. I don't know if I'll do them all or whether I'll just outline a few. I'll make that decision off camera. I just wanted to show you. Okay, I'll just leave it at that for now, but I may end up doing them all. I'll just see what it looks like when I'm finished. So that will do for now. And I'll do the same for here, go around this. Oops. Run off the line a bit there. And I'll do some shading as well. Collar. I'm just doing this because I forgot to outline, to put an edge on it before. I meant to put an edge on her. I might even put a few little lines there. Not a lot, just a few. Is it showing up on camera? Oh, it's too close for you. I shall bring that up in a moment. I will go around and put a... I don't think I will go over the hearts. I think I'll leave the hearts as it is. I will go around this. Be yourself. Might not be showing up too much because this is a very thin pen that I'm using here. Just that I wanted a thin outline. Alright. Could put some colour on her eyes and all that sort of thing. I will how about we cut out one, two, three, four, five. Do a little bit of white, bring some white back into it, so I'll just very quickly cut these out. Or you can always do what Claire does and she cuts them out herself out of paper, but we've got these nice I did a couple of her classes and she's got me forever cutting out hearts now from bits and pieces of paper that I have lying around, which is good. Don't have to have fancy cutouts, but this is pretty much like what she does all the time, so if you run out you can always do your own. I'm just going to scatter these around a bit. And I'll probably end up using my thin pen to highlight some of those feathers. One more. And then I'm pretty much going to call it quits with that, I think. And I'll do the shading. I'll do all of that off camera. Don't want to hold you up anymore. But I'll do the shading and I will do the feathers. So I'll just pretty much, oh look at that, I pretty much got it in the middle. How clever. That there. Something like that, go like bump, 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 and something like that, I don't know. Maybe I need a couple more hearts, I'll make that decision too. But yeah, I'll glue these on and we'll make it, call it a night then, I think. But I do like the idea of bringing in some white. I mean, I could have coloured these in, but I needed white. I feel like we needed some white here. I think I might need another couple over there or something. We'll see. You could raise these up with a bit of foam tape if you wish, but I probably will end up cutting another one. Oh, it means it's 6 then. Oh, am I going to cope with that? Oops, I cut my finger off. Okay, so for now what I'll do is I'll just do my edge. Oops. There. So please, I hope that's kind of enticed you to have a look at ARTSTACKS. And like I said, there's some lovely artists that are included in the who've got some beautiful sets, packs of paper packs, and I think most of them all have like 2 sets. When they do them, they do 2 sets, so each set's a little bit different in configuration. Like I was saying, in one set you might have I don't know, tracing paper of something, and then the other set you'll have a transparency. I don't think you get transparencies in both. But I'm going to kind of leave it like that, but I think I will do a little bit of highlighting inside there. And yeah, so I think I'm going to call that a night with that. So don't forget, ARTSTACKS. Have a look at the beautiful work, sets that Claire and all the other lovely ladies have done. And look at this. I mean, no, not that one. Where is it? This one here. Look, what can you do with that? Beautiful. Someone's done something with that lately. It might have been Lisa Oxley, actually. I saw do something with that. So again, look on the ARTSTACKS, their blog and all that sort of thing. You'll see what the different artists have done with all of these different things. And so thank you, Susan. And so please do have a look. I will put the links up, but yeah, great range, supports lots of the great artists, in, you know, a couple of the Australian artists. So yeah, so have a look at that. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy that. And I will either be putting posts or doing, you know, short videos or something of different, using different kits. And yeah, so I think the next one I'll do is Birgit's new one, and then I think I'll probably do Shinuki as well, but I'm going to do, I want to do them all. Okay, so thank you everyone for stopping by, and so I hope you are encouraged to check out the ARTSTACKS website, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks guys, see ya, have a good night.